It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. Takes it just shy of that end zone. And that hit is going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with A-Chan. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down carry for A-Chan. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're going for this. Trying for the deep ball. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Here's Milton. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Milton back to throw. He's on the move. He has the first over the middle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Another chance for him. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Raiders get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now is York to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Tua now from the gun. That's caught. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And the Raiders get to it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a chain up the middle. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
The Raiders bringing out a couple extra defensive backs for 3rd down. They're in the dime. They send a man in motion. Throwing. Here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Kittle brings it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying for it, it's Achan. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First and 10 from the 41. Tua off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They've got first down from the 31. A-chain on the inside give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Cut out left.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
So simple, yet so hard to defend, Kate. They line up, they play smash mouth, and they get the first down.
To the line we go. They're set. First and 10. Running with A-chain out of the gun. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Dolphins reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is there's only so many conventional plays, really. There's only so many reps you can get in during the practice week, so many different opportunities and traditional sets. But when you got an outlier like this, when you got a wide receiver who can run it like a running back, it presents a whole nother set of issues for defenses.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Milton. He beams one deep right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So 2nd down coming up.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Hand off to the back. Has a lane past the 45. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Another carry for him. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
This, our last play of the quarter. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. So that's the end of one in this AFC Divisional Round contest. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They only need 1 yard. Let's see if they choose to go for it on 4th. Quick throw finds him out right. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Deron Bland. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Throwing now, Milton. He completes it in traffic. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Milton. And This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Well, now this is certainly going to make second and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss, but give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating, and it's going to make it a more difficult now second and goal situation.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this is down all the way to the 3.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Putting a receiver in motion. Milton now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. 40. At the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick-6. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw. Here's Milton. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. Working quickly here.
A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
Throw on third down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He's got it at the 24. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Offense up to the line fast.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa escapes the pocket. He's on the move. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, here's Tua. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Dolphins hoping to grow their lead before halftime. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Able to find Achane. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Michael Badgley going to try and knock this through for 3. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now Milton to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Dolphins get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Tagovailoa now against the blitz. That throw finds Kittle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's Achane running right. And this one's going to come to a stop down at the 13-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 6 coming up here. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, like that entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, I mean, you appreciate great safety play like that.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Running left, here's A-Chain. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Lambo able to put it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
Let's go.
Plowing up the middle. Across midfield to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
On the move, headed right, caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. And the defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Achane reels it in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A run now with Achane. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're now set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he's tackled for a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Tua off the play fake. Escapes out to the left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Oh, I hate that. They've even had some good yardage on this drive, Kate. You get down in the red zone, and this is where you really got to stay on schedule. Let's get some credit to this defense. They know the job they got to do. Got to knock you back and make this now red zone attempt that much more difficult.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Flush down out to his left. And they give to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Lambo able to put it through. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Badgley on to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Brought in right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Milton. He's got a man left. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Here's Milton. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Second and 10 now. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there and just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, Milton. He's trying another one deep. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Milton now. Getting out to his left. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, and gets the better defenses in this league.
To go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Man in motion here. Tua now from the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. He's all the way home. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Badgley with the extra point. And the Dolphins stretch the lead to 23.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Badgley on to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL game before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
They kick the running back in motion. Milton. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
Not just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Milton back to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this. Wide open down the field, and he has it! And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. And it's going to be second down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. They just get the play off. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our third quarter. Only one quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Raiders have the ball, and they have work to do to save their playoff run. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Back to throw. Here's Milton. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Dolphins will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tua out of the pistol. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because only took him a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them, the guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Badgley on to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Milton to throw. Finds him over the middle. Still has some space inside the 35. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 now from the 30. The running back gets it on the draw. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 1. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it up 4th down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. And 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He rolls to his right. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
They'll start the drive with Achane. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
3rd down run from Achane.
I know this is normally a passing situation in your 3rd down chart, but not unheard of to see an offense keep it on the ground and try to get the first run. And in this case, it's clear that going to the air would have been a better decision. That defense was dialed in to make that stop.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Raider football. They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Still sticking with the passing game. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They motion the tight end over. He'll throw again on second down. Has it down close. Touchdown! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders trail by 23 now. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Dolphins get on that football. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it...
And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins put up even more points in a win. George Kittle, the touchdown! Point after converted from Badgley. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead.
Raiders 14. Michael Badgley set.
Badgley on to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 2. Caught quickly on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for Raiders first.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Hits his running back. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They've got a man in motion. Here's Milton. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Dolphins have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
H.N., a 1st down carry. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Gonna keep this one and go. And he touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the first down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's a chain up the middle. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear a lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Achane gets this on the draw. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Dolphins, your winners, as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.